The Department of Finance estimates California's population has declined by 300,000 people annually in recent years. After the 2020 census, the exodus has resulted in the Golden State losing a seat in Congress. E.J. Antony, a research fellow for regional economics in the Center for Data Analysis at the Heritage Foundation, wrote that people leaving this fast is a, quote, alarming rate.
You're looking at the highest income taxes, the highest sales taxes in the country in California. On top of that, you have a slew of bad regulatory policies that make it impossible for many small businesses to operate. And instead of being faced with these tough living conditions, despite the beautiful weather that the Golden State has, many people are picking up and leaving.
Antony cited several issues which he says are the cause of the exodus. Those include leadership, public policies, an increase in taxes, and high gas prices.
It really seems to be a culmination of a multitude of bad policies over the years. And if we look at the data, what we see is that year after year, the policies unfortunately get worse and worse.
Antony reported that California has the highest marginal income and sales tax in the nation. Income tax sits at 13.3%, while sales tax is 7.25%. It also has nearly the top corporate tax. The Golden State additionally has one of the highest gasoline and diesel taxes in the nation, about 68 cents and $1 respectively. Antony warned that imposing gasoline taxes has negative setbacks that lead to a higher and unsustainable cost of living.
I think people really underestimate how much the price of gasoline affects so many aspects of our lives, because it affects not only transportation costs, but also when you go to the grocery store and you pick an item up off the shelf, chances are it got there by a vehicle that was powered either by gasoline or by diesel.
Antony also talked about California's push for green energy. He described it as one of the biggest detriments to the state's residents. He says that's because green energy is both expensive and unreliable. California's energy costs are approximately 80% higher than the national average.
California's war on reliable energy has probably been the biggest detriment to itself and its people, because that includes things like not only taxes on gasoline, on diesel, but also a vow to abolish the internal combustion engine within the state in only a matter of years. You are talking about completely upending the state's entire infrastructure system to make that happen.
Additionally, Antony says that political affiliation is not a factor. He stresses that the root of California's problems are the policies and not the political parties. Antony blames both parties for what he described as ineffective and counterproductive policies.
You find Californians leaving not only for Texas, but also for Nevada, for Washington, for Oregon, and other states that are not known at all for being conservative. But what do all these states have in common? Low taxes, less regulation, lower cost of living. And so people are leaving the policies and their bad effects, not so much the politics.
He said the demographics of people leaving are often affluent families, while lower-income families remain stuck where they are. Daniel Hall, NTD News, California.